Good morning, everyone.
Good morning out there.
Who you
Happy
laughing at?
Friday. Oh, they caught my little pre-camera face, my face.
Oh my. I don't even know what that is.
That's the let's go face.
Anywho, thanks guys for tuning in. We are going to hang out here just for a bit to wait for some of you to come in here. So that's what we have going on.
Today we're going to be talking about immune system. So we got all kinds of things to share with you on how to boost your immune system.
Oh, we have a full show planned for you. So let us know when you arrive. Let us know where you're tuning in from. And we will drag your comments on the screen so we can say hi.
Yeah.
How you doing? So why don't you go over I know you have a list there.
I do not have a list. I just like to make a little list so that we don't forget anything.
So you did have a list.
So we're going to talk about how to improve your immune system through food. We're going to talk about exercise, some oils, essential oils, and then we have a couple other tips and tricks as well that we'll talk about.
That's
for
right.
Boosting your immune system. But I have to share a little conversation of ours this morning. Because we were each picking out different items or different, I don't know, what do you call it, Drew? These things in the jars. Like different teas, different things. Different
Items?
foods.
Any help there? Can we get some help?
We were picking out different items that we like to support our immune systems. And Drew put the chicory root out. And we'll explain this later. Drew put the chicory root out, and I'm like, that's not for immune system. And he's like, it's good for digestion. And 80% of your immune system is in your, what did he say?
Resides in your gut.
Resides in your gut. And I was like, fine. And I went back.
I was like, get with it. Where you been? And then the other one, pu'er tea we have over there too.
I was like, what's pu'er tea doing there? We're talking about immune system. And he's like, it's fermented tea. And I was like, fine.
I was like, you drink it every morning. Put it on the table.
So that was a funny little conversation this morning while we were picking our items. Notice how Drew's items, we'll go through them here in a bit once everyone's tuned in here. But all Drew's items are teas. My items are oils.
I didn't even notice that.
I noticed that.
So we do have a couple people in here. We have Shauna's in here. Shauna
Hey,
and
Shauna.
Max in here. Hope you're enjoying your time with Max, Shauna.
Yes, a little farm helper.
How are things going, Shauna? Are you getting everything wrapped up? Harvest season is just about over, right?
Oh, I don't. Well,
I believe.
you let us know, Shauna. You're the expert on that.
Louise said
Good morning, Louise.
Good morning. Good morning, Mama. He says, welcome home. Thank you. It's nice to be back.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a transition couple of days for us to be back, but we're getting there.
We're here. We're doing it. Maybe you guys want to leave in the comments, let us know what you might struggle with when it comes to immune system, and we'll answer them on the show.
Yeah, that'd be great. It's always nice to hear from you guys and interact to know what your biggest struggle is, and then we can talk about it.
That's right. Shauna said combining's all done.
Oh, nice.
Sweet. Well, hopefully things went well. We heard it was a rough go on the farmers because of the early snowfall, so that's tough. But we need farmers so we can have food.
That's right.
So hopefully it's going well. Well, let's get into it.
Okay, let's get started.
What would you like to start?
Do you want to start with food?
Sure.
We can break it down into like teas and stuff and subcategories.
Oh my gosh. Dorothy and her categories.
Or do you want to first talk about like general immune system?
Oh my, so many options. How about you just start talking? You're pretty good at that.
Oh, you're usually better at the intros than I am.
Okay, I'll start. So when it comes to immune system, I think it's not just one thing. It's a holistic approach. Ooh, you see where that came? It plucked it out. Holistic approach.
He's good at getting it rolling.
So it's not just one thing, and I don't think we can focus on one thing. That's why we have a number of different things going on here. But we're going to talk all about the immune system. overall or holistically. So it's important to understand that there are different areas that we have to address. Prevention is a big one for us. I think that's a great place to start because we always want to prevent. It's so much easier to prevent than to treat. And treatment usually comes along with, unfortunately, medications. And then medications bring along side effects. And not only that, but you have to wait in line. And then sometimes they have to guess and test to figure out which might be the best for you. And it's just a long line of issues that come along with treatment. So we always look to prevention first.
And with prevention, Drew and I were talking about this morning. Prevention is something that we do all the time. So, for example, when it comes to your immune system, we have to be working on keeping it strong all the time. Not just when it's starting to break down. You're like, oh, maybe I should have some pu'er tea. Or maybe, it's something like we should be incorporating in our diets all the time.
Yeah, on a regular basis. So it's not like, oh, I'm not feeling well, I'm going to start to put these foods like with high vitamin C in, for example, or I'm not feeling well, I'm going to get some echinacea. It's if you're continually preventing, working on prevention, then your immune system is going to be much stronger. You're going to be able to fight off disease and those bugs much easier. And then if they come, like they do come, it's just part of life. It's part of the things that we have to understand that our bodies have to go through to get stronger. So you'll be able to heal your body much quicker if you're always strong, if your immune system is always strong.
And yeah, that's interesting what Drew is saying is they're going to come. Just because we're preventing doesn't mean it will never ever happen because we're always in prevention mode. It will happen, but it'll be to a lesser degree and it won't stay as long.
That's right.
If we're always preventing.
Right. We got a couple of comments in here. Katie's in here. Morning, Katie. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Katie.
What's going on at the farm, Katie? Katie, we are in Alberta, and I'm coming to visit.
He's going to see your goats.
When are we coming over? And then Louise says, I'm so lucky. I haven't been sick for
a while. It's been at least 3 or 4 years. Touch wood.
Awesome, Louise. That's fantastic. And I think that I think we kind of expect to not feel well.
Well, you know what I was just thinking was it's almost like at certain times of the year trendy. Isn't it though? Like it's like, oh, it's back to school or oh, it's fall. Here it comes. But if we expect it to come and say it's going to come and anticipate it, it's going to come. And that goes back to our mental, what do you call it? Mental attitude or mental outlook or mental state. Because if you feel it coming, we should be telling it to go away by saying, I'm healthy, I'm strong, instead of being like, oh, I'm going down. Here it comes. Because our mind is so powerful. So what we're thinking is going to happen.
Well, it's not like we not only expect it to come, but we accept it to come.
Yes, accept it, yeah.
And we did a past show on affirmations and how much we believe in them, positive affirmations. But if you're, I think we attract those things. If we say, oh, here comes the season, I'm not going to start feeling well, you're going to start to do things that cause you to not feel well. Mm-hmm. That it's going to cause you to run down your immune system. And it's going to eventually creep up on you. And then you're not going to do anything about it because we keep talking about it. Like we keep talking about it, and then you start attracting more people that aren't feeling well, so then maybe you get their viruses or bugs that come up. So it's a long chain of disaster if that's what your mindset is.
Yeah, and it's interesting, like having worked in a school, like how that mindset really does transpire. So if your coworker's sick, for example, you're like, oh, well, I'm going to get it because my coworker's sick, or if the students were sick, well, I'm next. Right? Because so that, like Drew said, that mindset is attracting those things.
So that's important too. And we always talk about environment, like stress is a big thing that we talk about. And we have to understand that our environment plays a big role in that. And it's pretty challenging, like in the schools, when you're in the school systems, like it went from kid to kid,
yeah, it did,
teacher to teacher. But you did a really good job to prevent and not come home with this.
There was an award for the least amount of sick days. I bet I would have got it.
So that's important. I think prevention is the big thing for us. We just jumped on Instagram here, so you guys are tuned in on Instagram. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/trueformlife. We're just doing a live show on strengthening your immune system. So we went over prevention. I think that's a big one. I think everything that we talk about in general is prevention and mindset as well. So we've got all kinds of things here we want to share with you this morning. What's the next on your list there that you want to talk about?
Well, let's talk about your teas.
Oh, we want to talk about my teas.
Yeah.
Okay. We had food. Oh, food, tea together?
Food, tea. Where do you guys want to start?
Okay, so, I mean, there's teas, so I think you brushed on it briefly there. Our immune system resides in our gut, 80% of our immune system. It's crazy. And you know what the thing is, like, it's not a little bit. It's not like 10% or 20%. It's most of it. So when we're not feeling well on a regular basis, most people don't correlate our gut with food that we're putting in our body to the reasons why we're not feeling well. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it should be very clear. Like, the food that you're putting in your body will either strengthen or weaken your immune system. So if you look at refined sugar, processed food, fast food, the chip aisle, candy bars, like those type of things are going to run down our immune system. And especially at times like this when more and more people seem to be not feeling well, those are going to cause issues in your life. Not only long-term for other reasons, but they're going to cause issues directly with your immune system at this time of year.
That's right. So we have to work, I suppose, extra hard at these times of years to strengthen and to stay strong.
That's right. So tea's a big one for us. For me, right behind us, I got a whole cabinet of loose tea in jars.
This is our medicine cabinet. Should I open it?
Get crazy.
I think we showed it to you guys once before. But this is what our medicine cabinet looks like. Can they see it?
Half of it.
Half of it?
That's good.
Oh, you can only see the bottom half. There's 2 more shelves up there.
So we have a bunch of superfoods.
Superfoods, and these 2 shelves are superfoods, and then the 2 top shelves is tea. So
I have a small addiction with loose tea.
Just a small one. 2 whole shelves.
When I go to you use so little amounts of it. Right? Like
right.
When you make a tea, but when you buy them, they usually come in like a big bag.
Bags.
So we've got lots.
We have lots.
So, okay, when it comes to immune system, now we understand that much of our immune system resides in our gut. So we have to pay attention to the foods we're putting in our body. Now, we have to look at digestion and immune system to correlate or
together.
That's right. Match them up together. So we have pu'er tea, for example. This is, I guess I can leave it there so you guys can see it there.
It's a green tea, fermented green tea.
Well, they say that it's like halfway in between green and halfway in between black. It's not either one or the other. But it is fermented. So it's a fermented, like pu'er tea is a fermented tea. And that's something that can help improve your digestion and your gut health. Again, if we improve our digestion and gut health, we can improve our immune system. So that's on the top list. We have this every day with green tea, and then Dorothy will throw some other stuff in there, like you like your Bengal spice.
One of my favorites is Bengal spice. So I'll just throw that in, and it's just a mixture of cloves, cinnamon. What's the other one? Ginger, cardamom. It's just a blend of a bunch of different spices, and I love it. And it makes it taste much better.
Yeah, Dorothy will have that every morning.
Because I go for the taste of the tea, and Drew goes for not the taste.
The health. I'm interested in the health benefits. Dorothy just wants it to taste good.
I'm for the health benefits too, but I need it to taste good.
So the next one that I have is, here's another one along the same lines. This is chicory root, and it looks like coffee ground.
Like that instant coffee stuff, doesn't it?
And that's what, maybe we can flip to that camera.
It's not a very good lighting, though, on this camera. But we could show them to you better, probably.
Just hold it up in front of that camera. So that's the chicory root there. That's what.
Can you see it?
Okay. You don't need
I'm getting a little crazy.
You don't get too close. And then hold up the
pu'er tea. There, focused.
Okay. And then, so then that's the chicory root. And chicory root's really good for digestion as well. So if you have any bowel movement issues, if you have digestion issues, if you're not, I should say, if you're not able to have consistent bowel movements, like you should have one every day, chicory root is definitely something that can help.
It'll get you going.
I really like all right, you take it easy over there. I really like the taste of it, and it's kind of crazy because it has like a bitter taste that most people would be like, but I'm like, it's kind of like it doesn't taste like black licorice, but it reminds me of black licorice because I think you have to really enjoy the nastiness of it.
Surprisingly, I drink it.
Dorothy will choke it down.
She was like, you're not going to like this. But I think it's easier when you know the health benefits of something. If it doesn't taste so great, well, you know what I mean? If you know the health benefits, you're more likely to have it, even if it's not the greatest.
And then we have dried lily leaves. You want to hold that one up?
Yes.
I'll switch over. So that one
Show me if they can see it.
Right there.
Okay.
So that's dried lily leaves. That's good. And that is for your throat. That's supposed to help you soothe your throat. So if you have any scratchy throat, if you feel like a virus has already kind of taken over and you have a sore throat, if your glands are swollen, then the dried lily leaves will definitely help with that.
And you just throw those into your tea. So into your hot water tea, and they just go like they just puff right up.
Yeah, expand. Yeah. So those are dried lily leaves. And then the last one here is reishi mushroom. And reishi mushroom has got a long, long list of health benefits. So immune system is one of them, of course, but there's tons of, if you just look up reishi mushrooms, like I couldn't even list all of them in one show, but it's really good for immune system, for heart health, for inflammation. It
goes on and on and on. And we brew reishi mushroom with our tea for our kombucha. So we have kombucha every day, so we're getting a little bit of dose of reishi mushroom every day as well. Yeah,
and then we'll take one of these out and we'll drop it in hot water, so we get reishi mushroom benefits as well from tea on a regular basis. So, and this is everyday stuff. So again, we talked about prevention, and we're always talking about prevention. We always need to prevent, and then instead of treating. So we have a couple people that jumping in and out on Instagram. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We're on Facebook Live here as well, facebook.com/trueformlife. We're talking about prevention and strengthening our immune system. So
one of Drew's favorite topics.
I do enjoy talking about this, just because it's so important. And I think that if we always have a strong immune system, then we don't have to worry about all these other issues that come up in life.
Yeah.
So I think I'd love to have some conversation going on here. Do you guys have any questions or comments? Do you guys
has anybody tried any of these, like reishi mushroom or pu'er tea? We actually had a really nice pu'er tea not too long ago. Can't remember though what it was. It had cacao in it or something like that. It tastes like hot chocolate or something.
Those little packages?
Yeah.
Oh, I forget what they're called. That was a while ago.
It was. I guess it was
a couple years ago.
No, it was like August.
Really?
Because for my birthday, my brother and sister-in-law, they gave me this little pack of all these different kinds of teas.
Oh, that thing.
And it was in there a pu'er tea. Yeah. It was like yummy.
Well, throw some cacao nibs in there.
It had cacao nibs and, I don't know.
Is David's tea?
Yeah.
David's tea is nice. I like that. So let us know if you guys do you guys drink tea every morning? There's a lot of coffee drinkers out there. That's fine if that's your thing. But this is what we recommend for immune system.
Let us know your favorite tea. We always like to know that too. Can I show them our tea from this morning?
Yeah.
Because it's fun. So let's move these back here.
Okay.
And then I'll show you the tea that we brewed up. Drew's kind of like a mad scientist in a way with his teas, because he just starts throwing stuff in there.
I enjoy making tea. So
this morning's tea, brought to you by Drew Tadia, a Drew Tadia special. It has, I don't know if they can see.
They can see lots.
Keep
away from the computer.
Keep it. Whoa! Drew gets a little nervous when I have liquids around the computer. This one has turmeric. So turmeric, it's actually like a bag of turmeric. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, it's a bag. Instead of like lots of times we'll have like fresh turmeric and we'll throw it in, but we got a box of bagged
Turmeric
tea.
because we don't really have all the groceries we need yet since being back. So we don't have the fresh turmeric that we would usually slice up and put in. So we just put one of the bags in. And then we have goji berries. Hey, talk about goji berries for a minute, Drew.
We'll get to it.
Then we have goji berries in there, starry anise in there, and a reishi mushroom. That's our tea this morning.
Yeah, so that's what Dorothy was drinking.
Pu'er tea. You always put the pu'er tea in after.
Well, I took the pu'er tea and mixed with green sencha, and then I mixed those two together, and then I put them in individual cups. So then there's tons and tons of health benefits.
Oh, it's this one. Right, Drew?
That's right.
This one has the pu'er tea in it, so then he just puts it in individually. Show up your cup.
Show up your cup.
He just puts it in there individually.
Yeah.
Yeah. After. So because it doesn't have to brew very long. With your green teas or pu'er teas, they only brew for like 2 or 3 minutes.
3 minutes max. Otherwise, it's going to get that bitter taste.
Ooh, and I don't like when it does that.
Yeah. It's like a peppermint tea. You could leave we'll leave the tea bag in, for example, or you don't have to like exactly time it. It'll just get stronger or more flavorful. But if you have like a green tea or green tea for sure will get that bitter taste. And then black tea, I think it'll get a bit strong. For me anyways. And then you can also burn tea. There's like a whole science. You can actually be a certified tea master.
Oh.
That's something
you would love that.
Yeah, I would love that. Except I don't like school.
But I think it'd be a little bit different if you went to like traditional, where it's traditionally done and learned from an actual
master.
Instead of like a teacher. Well, I guess a master is a teacher, but you know what I mean.
Sue's in here. She said hi. Hello. Hi, Sue.
Hey, Sue.
And then I pulled this on already. Louise actually sent us a bag of jasmine.
Oh, yeah.
So Louise, you gave us a big bag, and we have all these teas, so we use all always spread it out. So we still have some of your tea that you gave us like a couple years ago. So sometimes I'll use the green jasmine tea with the pu'er tea, or green sencha tea with the pu'er. So mix those up. Mm-hmm. So
I really like jasmine tea too.
And then Shauna said her favorite is Rwanda black tea.
That's the one that we had when we went to Shauna's house for tea.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. And then, Shauna said one more time there.
Healthy memories of Africa. Not sure about immunity.
Well, you know what? I think that when we're, when our body's in a positive state. So if you enjoy the memories of Africa and you're enjoying your tea, I think it's all positive things going on in your life. And if you want to really get deeper, you want to get deep into it, I think that negative emotions also drag our immune system down. So if there's a lot of negativity in your life, if you have a traumatic experience, that all weakens your immune system. And that's another reason why we have to keep preventing and build it back up. Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe they've had enough of teas for now. What else we got?
Well, I brought out the garlic here because that's good for your immune system.
Sure is.
So adding extra garlic into your, diet or foods, like into your stir fries. We wouldn't put garlic in tea.
Probably not.
But into your food, like into your stir fries, into your salads, into things like that. Vince isn't on here this morning.
Vince is in our monthly membership.
But sometimes he pops into the live videos. But Vince is a funny guy. And he would put cloves when he was feeling a little tickle or a little, something coming on. He would put cloves of garlic onto his sandwich.
Like raw.
Like raw.
Fresh,
like just
raw.
And not like one. And not like sliced up. The whole clove.
Yeah.
So that always makes me chuckle a little bit.
I couldn't imagine.
Could you imagine? And he'd bring that to school.
Because he works at school.
So he'd bring that to school with him. I couldn't imagine how it smelled like. But that's something you can add more of. We should be having garlic all the time, like every day.
So you can put garlic in your salads, for example. You can put garlic in stir fries. We put it in every stir fry. And I got this really cool little plate that we didn't pull out here, but the plate is a little like grinder. I showed it in a past video, but you can grab a fresh clove of garlic and you grind it on this plate, and it like melts. So then you brush it into your food or whatever you're using it for, and it like dissolves instead of being like crunchy or in like those little chunks.
Yeah, and if we get technical, crushing it or grating it you get more benefits that way because the skin of the garlic blocks us from absorbing the nutrients of the garlic. So if we chop it, the skin is still on there, so we're not actually getting all of the skin is preventing us from absorbing all the nutrients of the garlic. So you want to grate it or crush it so that skin is removed.
That's right. We had a comment on there. And then, fermented garlic. That's right, Mom. I was going to pull that over. It's right there. So we just got this. This is pretty cool. And my mom just gave this to us. This is fermented garlic. And it's bubbling. So I'm going to...
Oh,
I don't know if you get
bubbly.
Maybe go to that camera. I'll do that. Sorry. So that's what it looks like. I don't know if you can see it bubble from there. But anyways, it's super powerful. You have to tighten it. So we're looking forward to trying that. But yeah, fermented garlic is another way to consume it as well. So very cool. Thanks for that. Sue says, I have friends and family
who eat raw garlic when they start feeling off.
Yeah, I think Auntie Joan does that.
Yes.
And there's this thing, too bad Brienne wasn't on here. She did something with onion.
Yeah, and it was something to do with, maybe you guys know the onion trick, I can't remember, but our friend Brienne, she chops, like opens a raw onion and puts it like by her bed table or something when she's sleeping. Something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember, but maybe you guys have heard
Maybe you guys know the onion trick. But there's all kinds of different like tricks like that. It's always neat to see because everyone seems to have a different trick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what else we got?
Talk about turmeric. Talk about garlic. Ginger?
Ginger's a good one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, ginger's a good one for our immune system. It also helps with our joints. Mm-hmm. Joints is a big one as well with the anti-inflammatory properties. But that's why we love the garlic. We put the garlic and the ginger in stir fries all the time because of the health benefits, especially immune system. So if you combine the two, the flavor is amazing. A lot of times we make a stir fry and people are like, what kind of flavors or what kind of sauce do you use with the stir fry? And we're like, nothing. We use food. So that's a base that we use with coconut oil. We let those...
You let the coconut oil melt in your pan and then throw in the garlic and the ginger into the sizzling coconut oil, and then it just releases all of the flavor from the ginger and the garlic. It's very nice. Yeah, that's amazing. Before you add your veggies.
Sue says, yes, the onion absorbs the bacteria.
Ah, you know that trick, Sue.
That's a cool idea. Whatever works, right?
There's some...
And Halloween's coming up.
There's like some sock tricks, too. You put something on your feet, then you put the socks on.
No, you wrap the sock around your neck.
Well, that's one, too.
And I think you put something on your...
It's probably like vapor rub or something.
Anyone know the sock one? Okay. Do you want to get into your oils?
Well, I wanted to say one more thing about food.
Sure.
Actually. And that is green smoothies. Because Drew and I have a green smoothie every morning. And that is something that we were talking about prevention. So that's something that would help detox your body every single day. So we were talking about feeling kind of not off. And then incorporating these things, which wouldn't really be as beneficial as having them every day. So a green smoothie is very detoxifying. So if we get out those things, icky things, on the toxins, viruses, right? Toxins. If we get out those toxins on a regular basis, then our immune system's going to be much stronger. And green smoothies are super easy to make. You don't need a whole bunch of ingredients. It's just celery and cucumber, and then ginger, turmeric. What am I missing? Cilantro, spinach, lemon. A
little bit of cayenne.
Oh, Drew likes cayenne, yeah.
It's cleansing, detoxing as well. Mm-hmm. So if you have that, just think about the benefits if you have that every morning. That's all these little phytonutrients fill up our cells with all this beautiful nutrients. And they're like, people say when they first start to drink green smoothies, they get like a high. They're like, what is it? Like, what's going on? And it's just, all it is all those good nutrients that are filling up your cells, and it like gives you a natural boost of energy, which is another reason we have it every morning.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say something, but now it left me.
Okay. Keep those hearts coming, guys. We have 2. We have 2 hearts, guys. We're going to need some hearts.
Help us out.
We need some help in the hearts department. What else can we talk about?
Well, I could move on to oils. You didn't say anything about goji berries. We have that in our tea a lot.
Yeah, goji berries is another one that has like goji berries is like goji berries and reishi mushroom. They're kind of in the same category of the health benefits. Is such a wide variety of them. So we put those in our tea this morning. We throw them in green smoothies. We actually have a family member that grows them in Saskatchewan, and my mom just brought us back like a couple bags of it. So they're fresh and they're frozen, so they're not even dried, which is super cool. But they have tons of health benefits as well. And like I said, with reishi mushroom and goji berries, they've been used in Eastern medicine for years. And we think that you can combine the two, like especially for prevention, combine Eastern and Western medicine, and then we can be healthier as a whole. So that's definitely something that we recommend. They can be expensive, so if you know someone that has a goji berry plant, then
I think they're hard to grow here.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Someone once asked us about like they were dry or something. Their goji berries were too dry, or I don't know what it was. But that's why we put ours in like a tea, for example, or a smoothie or something. We wouldn't really necessarily use them as like a raisin or
I think the better quality ones are soft.
Yeah.
I think that's what you're getting at. Some are soft and some are hard. I think the better quality ones are soft. These are hard. Mm-hmm. But some, like these ones, are better than nothing. And you can also, it's just more challenging to find.
These ones are soft.
It's not soft.
That's soft.
Okay. Anyways.
That's soft.
That's not
soft.
I don't even know what I'm saying.
You were talking about the quality of goji berries before I tasted one.
Yeah, I was just saying that I think
they're super sweet.
Are you done? Anywho, there's different ways that you can use goji berries, and we recommend them. And again, you can find them at different places. Usually, you get what you pay for with anything. So the more expensive ones are the better quality ones. I think those are a bit softer, like a raisin. You can also find them harder as well, but you can put them in a lot of different things. Again, we put them in smoothies. You can put them in tea, and those are the best ways that we would recommend using them.
You know what one of my favorites is? To eat it. You take a celery and you put the peanut butter in the middle, and then you put goji berries, and it's on a log, but with goji berries.
Dorothy was doing that for her kids with raisins.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, you were there too when we did all those snacks.
That was fun.
That was fun.
We had a couple comments on here.
Sue says, this is why you don't leave onion open on the counter if you're cooking with it.
Why? Oh, because it absorbs the bacteria?
Oh, I get it. Took me a minute to get there, Sue. So you don't want to leave it open and then put it in your food because it's absorbing all the bacteria.
Right.
Ah.
Got it. Or because it makes your eyes tear.
Yeah. Oh, I heard a trick for that too, and I think it was like...
It's the lemon.
No, it was something, an essential oil, thieves or something.
You put that on the board? Cutting board?
I can't remember now. See, I see all these things and then I can't remember them, but it had something to do when you were chopping an onion and the thieves oil. Somehow, then you don't water your eyes.
No idea what you're talking about. But I did try lemon. Like you rub lemon on the cutting board and then you chop the onion and it's not supposed to. I tried it one time and it kind of worked and kind of didn't. So I can't really accurately
vouch for that one.
Dorothy's spitting on me this morning. Sue said I'm heavy on. Let us know if you guys have any of those. Is it fair to is it okay to say old wives' tales?
I think so, isn't it?
Doesn't seem very like politically correct, especially these days. You can't say anything without someone getting offended.
Doesn't seem very nice.
But anyways, if you guys have any old wives' tales, if you're not offended by that, about
immune system.
No, about chopping onions
Oh!
on a cutting board, let us know. Sue says, I'm heavy on ginger and green smoothie with spirulina right now. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
spirulina has tons of health benefits.
And we really like a lot of ginger, too.
Yeah. Rock on, Sue. Sounds like you're doing fantastic. And Chantel's in here. Good morning, Chantel.
Hey, Chantel. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for joining us. We're talking about immune system. If you aren't sure, or if you guys are coming in and out, if you're on Instagram or Facebook, we're talking about prevention. We talked about mindset. We talked about tea. And then we talked about
some superfoods. Mm-hmm.
And Dorothy, I can't believe you're waiting to talk about your
I'm
oils.
practicing my patience.
Dorothy's usually like, I want to go first. You know what the thing? Dorothy's the one that she doesn't want to save anything. You know what I mean? And I don't mean like financially. I mean like she doesn't.
Very good that way.
I mean like if you want to have the dessert first or the meal, she'll have the dessert. Or if you're like, do you want to save this till the end of the night? No, let's eat it now. Or like, it's always like, she's like, yeah, let's do it now. So for the oils, I thought she would be like, I want to talk about it first. So the
Carry
floor
on.
is yours.
I thought you were pulling comments over.
Oh my God.
So I wanted to share some essential oils with you that we use on a regular basis to strengthen our immune system. But I couldn't bring all of them on camera or else we would be here all day.
It's true. I actually had to reel Dorothy back in.
With my essential oil habit?
Yeah. She had all these oils coming in and she was like going, sometimes Dorothy gets like excited about things and she needs like to be reminded.
Reeled back in.
So she was like, went through this. She enjoys oils to begin with, but she was going through this phase where she had to get different oils and new oils. And I was like, we got quite a few oils. Maybe you want to take it easy.
I was like, but I don't have this one yet. I don't have that one. I have to have this one, and I want this one, and I don't have that one. And he's like, whoa, Dorothy. Whoa.
And she was mad. She's like, there could be a whole lot worse things I'm addicted to. And so then we went away to the beach, and we live minimally here, but we live even more minimally there. So maybe we had, how many? Half a dozen oils? So maybe half a dozen oils there, and we came back here, and the whole cupboard's full of them. And Dorothy's like, oh, I've got lots of oils. She's like, I think you were right about reeling me back in.
Because I had lavender at the beach house, and then I came home, and I didn't bring lavender back. I was like, because there was just a little bit left. I was like, I'll just get a new one for the house in Olds. And then I go in the cupboard, I'm like, oh, there's a full lavender in there. And then our oregano was getting low, and I go in the cupboard, I'm like, oh, there's 2 more oreganos in there. Whoops!
It was like Dorothy she had like this mask on, like.
I couldn't see it.
Energetic.
I couldn't see it.
She had she just had to have more oils and more oils.
Well, there's so many, and I've been doing a lot of learning about oils. So the more learning that you do, the more oils that you need, or more oils you want, because I'm learning about different oils, like mixing different oils together and different health benefits of different oils. So I'm doing all this learning, and I'm like, well, I just learned about this oil and I don't have it, so I have to get it.
Yeah, so Dorothy's going to talk to you about that. I just want to mention, I just saw a bunch of hearts flying, so thanks guys for the hearts. We're at about 200 now. About 10 minutes ago we had 2. So thanks for the hearts and thanks for your comments. Your comments help us out, so they help us know what you guys want to hear, what we talk about. It also helps this post move up in rankings as well. That's why people always ask for comments if you want to know on live videos, because it helps their live videos out. So, But anyways, for us, it's more about communicating with you guys. So we appreciate your comments, so we get a chance to talk with you. This is why we do these live videos. All right,
let's get to oils. So the first thing I want to talk about with essential oils is the quality of essential oils. You'll want to make sure that it's a therapeutic grade oil. The market for essential oils is very saturated, and it's all about like a lot, they're becoming more and more mass produced, which is affecting the quality of them. So you will know that if you see like a bottle of essential oil for cheap, that it's not really essential oil. So you'll want it to say therapeutic grade, and then you know that it's 100% pure. It's much like when we talk about like cooking oils, that it has to be like olive oil, for example, we talk about often, because the percentage of olive oil that needs to be in the bottle for them to say 100% virgin olive oil is very little. So it's the same with essential oils. If you take lavender, let's just use lavender as an example because it's my favorite one. And it only has to be, it's super low. It only has to be like 5% lavender in the bottle for them to be able to label it lavender essential oil. So then the other 95% can be any other oil, like carrier oil or anything else in there.
It's like olive oil.
It's exactly the same as olive oil.
So olive oil, just let me jump in there. Olive oil only has to be a very small percentage. I think it was like 3%.
It was very low.
So olive oil only has to be a very small percent of olive oil. And then they put in other like rancid oils. Mm-hmm. They put in rancid oils or like cheap oils so they can make it last longer. Crazy. So most of olive oil isn't olive oil.
Right. And that's the same with, that's the exact same thing with, that's happening with the essential oils right now. So you'll want to make sure that it says like therapeutic grade on the bottle, so then you know it's 100% pure. But that's going to mean that the price is more. But if you pay cheaper for if you pay cheaper price, then and not getting what it's labeled, like if it's labeled lavender oil, not really getting the lavender oil unless it says therapeutic grade on it. And the ingredients they put in that bottle are actually can be more detrimental for our health.
Yeah, just like protein supplements, like we deal with that on a regular basis. Like, why is your protein so much more expensive than Costco's cheapest one or those at the pharmacy on the discount rack? And like, well, that's not even a protein supplement. Like, that's going to do more harm to your body. So we use good quality ingredients from food. So the ingredients cost more, so our price goes up. But then you have those cheap supplements that cost nothing. And that's why we designed Complete Truth Protein, because I dealt with all kinds of health issues myself when I was loading my body full of that junk.
Yeah.
So we wanted to have a good quality option. Mm-hmm. But I did want to mention that I saw some of these for like 75 cents. So, I mean, like,
it's wrong.
Like, how much? Just give me an example. How much is that?
Well, they're all different. They're usually, okay.
Just give me an idea. How much is
probably about, for oregano, probably like $30.
So just
probably 20 something, 30.
Okay. Just give me a second here. So this is $30 for a good quality oil, and then compare one to 75 cents. Like what do you think they're putting in it? So they have to have their markup margins, and then they have to have their distributor, they have to have their packaging. So if there's a 75 cents that they're selling it at, they probably cost them pennies to make. So they have to have ingredients that are very low quality, that are super cheap, or that are rancid oils to fill up a good quality oil in there. So do the comparison if you're putting something in your body that's 75 cents worth, or something that's good quality and is going to cost actual money.
Mm-hmm. In, for example, like the blend oils, like oregano, they call it single oil because it's just oregano in there. Thieves you would call a blend oil because it has a bunch of like different ones in there. Anyway, so the blends are always usually a little bit more because there's more oil in them. So Thieves, for example, is about $50. But keep in mind that this little bottle lasts like a long time. Nice. Like this one, for example, Immune Power, we've had for 2 years. 2 years, right? So, and that's another thing when you buy quality essential oils, you only need a little tiny bit, right? So they last a lot longer. If you had those cheap essential oils, you would need to use a lot more of it for it. Anyway.
To get any benefit out of it. Sue says I use Young Living oils, especially lavender, thieves, oregano. Ooh, raven.
Raven is a really good one for immune system as well. We haven't experimented with that one yet. See, this is what happens. I'm like, oh, I can have that one, but it's much like RC, so it's good for like respiratory and chest and all that good stuff.
Shauna said something here. Shauna says Young Living don't say therapeutic grade, but they say 100% pure essential oil.
They have therapeutic on the label. It says 100% pure, and then it's YL, Young Living, TG, therapeutic grade. So it's right on the front label. TG.
There you go.
So there's not many companies that are therapeutic grade. There's only a couple around, or very limited, probably more than 2. But there's not very many.
Look at Sue. I either smell like Christmas or pizza. Why do you smell like pizza?
Because oregano is pizza spice, right? That's what you're getting at, right?
Sorry, I missed that. Shauna says, okay, yes, I see the TG. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's great. That's why we're here, to clear these things up for you. But I don't know if, why don't you let's get into some details. So,
okay. So I picked out 3 that we use often. So oregano, you want me to tell how we use them?
Sure.
Okay. So oregano is really good for fighting the bacteria. So for example, we will put a little drop in a little glass. We just had
in a shot glass.
In the shot glass. Fill it with water and take a shot of oregano. And you can actually, like, if you have a little tickle or a little scratchy in your throat, you can actually feel, well, I do, maybe I'm a little bit dramatic, you can actually feel it, like, attacking the gunk in there.
Well, you should just pay attention. Like, this could actually burn your throat a bit. And it has. So just be careful. You might want to get those capsules and drop them, like, you can buy capsules and drop it in there and then take it as a pill. We just put it in water and a shot glass and throw it back. But every once in a while, it'll get the back of my throat.
But you'll want to dilute it because oregano is a hot oil, so it means that very like spicy, and like Drew says, it'll burn. So you have to be really careful with oregano to use just a little tiny bit. Like even if you can do like a half a drop, if you're that. If you can do it that precisely, usually I'm like, whoa, too many drops.
I have a quick oregano story.
Okay.
And I didn't, like Dorothy, just kind of started to get into oils, and there was peppermint in the cupboard, and then there was oregano, and this was a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah.
And I couldn't breathe, and I couldn't sleep because I couldn't breathe, so then I grabbed some oregano. I was like, well, I'll put that under my nose. And it like burned my skin, literally. So like that, and I put it on, and then I was like pacing around the house. It's like 2 a.m. and my skin was like burning. I didn't know what to do. And then I actually had like red like burn marks under my nose. Well,
you had a raw nose to begin with, right? From blowing his nose. And then he puts oregano under there. Oh my gosh!
It was horrible.
But if it ever happens to you that you do feel the burn from a hot oil like oregano, you can use a bit of coconut oil. And if you hadn't known this, you could have done it. But before, I told him after, I was like, you should just take a little bit of coconut oil and rub it where it's burning, and then it'll calm it back down.
I was like, where were you last night? All right, let's move on.
Immune power is super powerful. And this one is funny because you actually rub it on your belly button. But another one that's super strong, so you'll just want a little tiny bit of it. That's why it's lasted us 2 years. But that's a great one. It's immune power.
It doesn't smell great, that one.
It doesn't smell great.
It's not my favorite.
Drew doesn't like it, but I push and insist.
This is the only one that I'll, at least me personally, that I'll use when I'm not feeling well. The rest I would use before or on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm. Thieves is a daily thing for us. We do thieves every day. We usually use the spray. You want me to do a demo?
You crazy?
No, we usually use the spray every day. So after we brush our teeth, or what do you do before or after you brush your teeth? Probably after, because if you did it before, then you're brushing it all away. But just 1 squirt in the mouth every time we brush our teeth. And then we put thieves on the bottom of our feet every day, because then you're getting a high absorption rate into your body.
So that's essential oils. And Dorothy would love to talk about that for 4 hours, but I think that's a good intro for immune system.
Yes, there's tons of things. Oh, one that you can do with thieves too is you put a drop on your tongue and then push it on the roof of your mouth. I make you do that sometimes.
Yeah.
You don't like it so much.
So yeah, those are essential oils. A number of different oils. So Sue says I rub around my ears or cheeks at night for sinus earaches. Oh, you get lots of earaches, Sue? Should use a carrier oil, but I put on straight on.
Yeah, that's like a coconut oil we usually use as a carrier oil. And whenever you're putting oils on your skin, you should always use a carrier oil, at least until you know that the oil isn't going to give you like a burn or an irritation. Usually, ones like lavender and things like that are usually okay. But if you're just starting out, we would like, especially on kids, like you always would want to use carrier oil on kids.
Sue said I just washed the floor with thieves cleaner. Dorothy loves that. I
love my thieves cleaner. We use it on everything: countertops, floors, bathroom, like toilet, shower, everything. And if you add a little bit of baking soda, Sue, to your not in the thieves like cleaner but for example, when I clean the shower, I just sprinkle a little baking soda on the tub, and then the thieves spray. Oh, so good. Same in the toilet. I usually put a little bit of baking soda in there.
Shauna says peppermint rub where you have a headache, also on tummy if you have upset stomach.
Mm-hmm. One I really like for upset stomach is called Digestion. It's one that is not very good smelling. She was like, whoa, Digestion. But it helps so well. Like, it's unbelievable. And I get tummy discomfort lots of times, like after we eat out or something like that. I don't know. Just, it's very sensitive. My tummy's very sensitive. So Drew's like, go get your Digestion.
Or she's like, oh, I got an upset stomach. I was like, did you have kombucha? And she's like, no. I was like, did you have Digestion? She's like, no.
Go.
Kombucha is another one we didn't really talk about, but we talked about fermented teas earlier in the show, but kombucha is another one for gut health. And again, we talked about at the beginning of the show how gut health is directly related to your immune system. 80% of your immune system resides in your gut. So that's why fermented foods, digestion is so important to make sure we're on point and always doing things to prevent and treat and cure our bodies. Mm-hmm. Joanna's over here on Instagram. She said, hi. Joanna actually had this awesome post she put up on Instagram. She put CTP in soup.
Oh, yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah, I think she was the first one. We don't have any recipes with a CTP in soup.
No, we don't.
So if you have that recipe, maybe you could send it over, Joanna, and we can add it to one of our recipe books or share it on our CTP Facebook group page.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
What else was I going to say?
I just want to pull, before you go, Shauna has a comment I wanted to pull over.
I pulled that one over.
Oh, you pulled that one over? Tummy rub on your... Oh, for headaches, yeah. Peppermint's great for headaches. My mom actually, probably about a year ago, quit drinking coffee. And, like, just cold turkey. Not drinking coffee anymore. Whoa. But that's how my mom is. She's gonna do something. It's all in. But anyway, so she quit drinking coffee and had horrible headaches for about a week probably. And she was using the peppermint oil to help with her headaches. And she was like, whoa! Like, it works so good for headaches. But you'll just want to make sure you don't get it too close to your eyes. So peppermint on the temples is really good for headaches, but not so close to the eyes, and not a lot. Like, don't even use a drop. Just dab your finger on the top of the, what do you call that, Drew?
The top of the top.
The top of the top. Just dab your finger on the top and on your temples, behind the ears, back of your neck, and that'll help with headaches.
Sue says, I have lots of extra SCOBY. Yeah, we have tons too.
If anybody needs SCOBY, let us know because there's lots of SCOBY hotels around.
I don't even know what you do with them because there's so much.
Well, we were throwing them in smoothies.
Just the little, like the thin layers we would drop in a smoothie, but there's the big, thick ones.
Thick ones.
Like a SCOBY steak. I wonder if that could be a thing.
Oh my gosh, a SCOBY steak.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be tough to get over. Yeah, it'd be tough to... Anywho, you have another one?
I had two more on my list, you guys. One was a detox bath. So we do this pretty much every week in our monthly membership. And it not only, oh my gosh, there's just so many benefits to having a detox bath. So first of all, let me tell you, if you're not sure, a detox bath, we put baking soda in about half a cup of baking soda in the bath while it's running. And we put a couple drops of lavender or any other calming essential oils that you like. And we put Himalayan sea salts in there. So it's great because in our monthly membership we work out on a regular basis. So it's great to help release the toxins and soothe your sore muscles. But it's so good for pulling the toxins out of your body. So if you aren't feeling very well, or you're feeling something coming on, taking a detox bath right away will help pull those nasties out of your body and those little germies and things out of your body through the detox bath. And one thing that I sometimes forget to mention about a detox bath is that the water should be hot. And it's not going to be like scalding, burn your skin off hot, but it should be, what's the right word? Like,
you should be
uncomfortable hot.
You know it's hot. You know it was hot enough if you get out and you're sweating afterwards because you're sweating out the toxins.
Yeah.
So we want to get. That's what a good sweat does, and that's one of your other tips that we're going to go over here. But that's what a good sweat does is to get toxins out of your body. Our body was meant to sweat. We're supposed to sweat to cool our body down. And you know what's funny is that like, if you put deodorant on, like antiperspirant, those are chemicals we're putting in our body to prevent sweating, and our body is supposed to sweat. So you're not doing your body any justice by using like an antiperspirant.
And just think about where those chemicals are going. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're preventing yourself from naturally detoxing itself through sweating. So if you're plugging it up, then they're going to stay in your body.
And we're not saying don't use deodorant.
No, you were saying antiperspirants.
I know. I'm trying to explain to them. Thank you. Don't disagree with me.
No, I was just pointing out that you didn't say deodorant. You said antiperspirant.
How about that time when you were like, don't train me?
Don't train me. We were at the park working out together at the beach, and I don't know what happened. You were correcting my form or telling me what to do, or I don't know what it was.
I was trying to help. I was helping your form. And Dorothy's like, are you training me?
Don't train me! You're my workout partner right now. You're not my trainer. Get over there. Do your exercise.
But so to be clear, we're not saying that don't use deodorant. We're saying don't use the antiperspirant and pay attention to the chemicals that are in your products because there's a lot of toxins that we put in our body that also weaken our immune system. So it's very important to pay attention to what we're doing there. Mm-hmm. And you could create, what is that? Oh, I don't think so. You could make SCOBY jerky. Not me, but you could. Thanks, Sue. I don't think so, though.
You don't think so? I'm kind of intrigued. SCOBY jerky, you could dehydrate it.
Oh my god, they're pretty gross. Like,
they are. They're like jellyfish.
I can handle like handling them and like moving them. Dorothy gets totally freaked out, but I don't think I could handle like chewing on them.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny? It's because of the feeling of it, like the jellyfish feeling. And that's the same reason, one of the reasons that, like, I don't really enjoy, like, meat. And that was one of the reasons, like, I was like, well, I mean, there's tons of reasons why we don't eat a lot of meat. You know, a lot of people ask us if we're vegan. We're vegan. We're not. Like, we still eat a little bit of fish and sometimes chicken, but handling the meat was what was so tough for me. So it's gotta be something like textile with me. Because sometimes we have friends over not too long ago and we had barbecued some chicken and she was like, are you sure you're okay with that? You sure you're okay to cook that? Because it just like gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't want to touch that.
Sue says the detox bath is so great. Yeah.
It is.
You feel so good after getting out of a detox bath. It's like, I don't know.
You know what's funny though is I always like to have my detox baths at night because I get pretty sleepy after them.
They're very relaxing.
Yeah, I get so sleepy. So if I had my detox bath in the morning, I don't know. I'd have to go back to bed right away or something.
And the last thing that we have on the list?
We had a couple more points. One was exercise, which kind of goes along with the detox bath with sweating. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because lots of times when we're not feeling so well, the last thing we want to do is to work out or exercise. But it's actually one of the best things that we can do for our body because we'll be, through sweating, we will be getting rid of those toxins from our body. So I like to actually visualize that coming out. Like if I'm feeling a little stuffy or I have a little scratchy throat, for example, I like to visualize the sinuses clearing out through my sweat.
Yeah, and like exercise is so beneficial in so many ways, and it's almost shocking how few people exercise. And like for example, exercise is the number one way to reduce stress. And most of us in North America, it's never enough. Bigger houses, fancier cars, more clothes that have tags on them, credit card debt, and we are like continually stressed out, but we don't go to exercise to reduce that stress, and it's the best way to reduce stress.
Well, it's funny because usually when you're stressed out, you don't feel like you would have the time to work out, but it's actually, like Drew said, they're going to be the most beneficial thing for you to reduce your stress.
That's right. Mm-hmm. And then of course, getting rid of those toxins that we talked about. Like, so your body builds up toxins when it's not feeling well. So it's always like trying to fight the bacteria and the viruses and get it out of your body, but we don't help it out by any way. So detoxing bath is one way to sweat those toxins out. And so is like, I'm not talking about like a high intensity exercise. It's like getting a good sweat on. So maybe going for a jog or jumping on a treadmill or cardio machine to sweat those out.
Yeah. Don't go to the gym and like power workout. Right when you're not feeling good, it would just be like Drew said, like something light just to get your body sweating.
That's right. Mm-hmm. What else?
The last thing I had was I want to talk about hydration really quick because a lot of times when we are not feeling so good, you lay on the couch just right. You don't want to eat, you don't want to drink anything, you just want to lay and be still. But it's important to stay hydrated because you're flushing those toxins out through your pee, right? So, we always want to stay hydrated. We always want to make sure that we are going to the washroom continually throughout the day, so that we're flushing out regular toxins. But when you're not feeling well, you have to extra hydrate because you have extra things to get out of your body. So just making sure that you don't skip out on your water when you're not feeling so well.
Yeah, great tip there. It's so important, and I don't think we know most of it. I think people always feel like they get enough water. Oh, I get enough water, but then almost everyone when we were doing more one-on-one training or personal coaching or whatever it was, and you say write down your water, almost every single person was like, "Wow, I thought I drank more water." And like, if you drink coffee, it's a diuretic, so it takes water away. If you drink alcohol, it's a diuretic, so it dehydrates you. And most people have alcoholic beverages and or coffee, and then you put in a very small amount of water, like a glass or two a day. Most people just don't think about having a glass of water because it's not like part of your routine, like going to make coffee, for example, or going to the coffee area at work. It's not something we think of.
It's interesting. Like, I would challenge you to even measure your water because it's challenging. For example, before my half marathon, it was in my training plan to drink 4 liters the day before because my normal amount is around 2 liters. So doubling it the day before, so you're hydrated for your run the next day. But anyway, it's very challenging to drink, to drink 4 liters of water a day. And I think the most challenging part is you're constantly going to the washroom. Like, So it's like you have to be home or something because
you're
tough. Always going to the washroom. So I would challenge you because a lot of times we think I challenge you to measure it because a lot of times we think we're drinking, 4 liters or 6 liters, whatever it is, but we're actually not when we measure it down. And it's not easy. It's not easy to drink that much water.
When we did that fast, like we did that 3-day cleanse, we were drinking a gallon of water each. And it was like, I felt like I was chugging water all day long. It wasn't sipping water. I was chugging water all day long to get that gallon done. And then when I wasn't drinking the water, I was going to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. So it was for like a full-time job just to get that gallon
Just to get that in. Yeah.
Sue says that you have an infrared sauna, Sue. Oh. How far do you live?
Yes.
We're coming over for some kombucha and essential oils.
And checking out the Scoby jerky.
Pizza and infrared sauna. Oh, that's oregano.
The pizza was the oregano comment.
Shauna says I have an infrared sauna. I use it in the morning in cold weather. Lots of water and really sweat.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We have a family member that we visit every couple of weeks or every week.
Every week.
That has an infrared sauna, which is awesome. So whenever we get a chance, we jump in there as well.
We usually go like twice in the morning and the night when we're there because we don't get to do it all the time, right?
Especially if we're not feeling well. Like we feel like something's coming up, we jump in there and for 20 minutes feel fantastic afterwards. So I'm jealous, Sue. I would love to have one. Maybe when I grow up. Sauerkraut too.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, very good fermented food. Kimchi, miso soup. We can go on.
Oh, I love miso soup. How come we don't have it more often?
We should get some miso soup. I always forget to buy it. Anything else?
I think that's it. I think we did my list, guys. Went through my list.
So there's a couple things that we want to tell you guys about. We have our Day in the Life show that you guys are more than welcome to check out. That's on YouTube. So I'll put that in the comments afterwards. And then we also have quite a few immune system information. Yeah,
because it's one of Drew's favorite topics is the immune system and prevention. So we have lots of things about it. We also have the fermented foods workshop thing.
Oh, yeah.
Workshop thing.
So here's one of our links that I just pulled over from our website, trueformlife.com. So if you're still watching over here on Instagram, we're just pulling links onto our page so you can see them. Unfortunately, we can't do that with Instagram. So I'm going to drag this link over here. You guys can click on that link for more details on how to reduce stress on your immune system. It has a lot to do what we talked about today. Shauna says, great tips. Thanks.
You're welcome, Chantel.
Or I said Shauna, didn't I? Sorry.
I think you did.
Sorry, Chantel.
Sorry.
Thanks so much for tuning in, Chantel. And then, so we have lots of links. So we'll drag those on in the comments below so you can click on those more easily. What else?
Well, I said about the fermented food workshop thing.
Oh, yeah, I'll put that on as well.
Oh, you're going to put that on as well.
I want to ask you guys if you have subscribed to our YouTube channel. Can you leave comments?
Let us know in the comments if you've subscribed. Just yes or no.
And we would love to help you out. If you aren't and want to be, we'd love to help you out. And if you aren't and don't want to be, that's fine.
That's fine too.
And if you are, that's great. We really appreciate your support.
Yeah, we were just realizing that we have been asking, please subscribe, but there might be some of you who aren't sure how to do it, which is perfectly fine. So if you're unsure of how to subscribe and you'd like to subscribe, we'd like to help you out so you can subscribe.
That's right. So I do want to say goodbye because we've had a couple people on Instagram here throughout the show. So we only have an hour on Instagram. It's cutting us off here. It says we have a minute left. So stay with us, Facebookers. If you guys are on Instagram and you want to catch the end of the show, we're going to wrap things up here in about 5 minutes. So you can head over to facebook.com/trueformlife and we're going to wrap things up. And I'll go do that. Oh, do you want to say she's
awesome,
going to go?
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you need a link or if you need help, let us know and I can definitely help you out there. But thanks so much those on Instagram that have watched throughout the whole show. I really appreciate your support.
Yes, thank you very much. Bye, Instagrammers.
Stay there, Facebookers.
Facebookers, we're still here. Got a few more things. What was it that you wanted to go over next? You were saying something.
I was just saying, Louise says yes, she subscribes.
Thanks, Louise.
Charlene, we got a thumbs up from Charlene. Does that mean that you subscribed, Charlene?
Or you just like what we say?
And then, we have some blog posts as well. And then on Exploring Mind and Body, we've done some shows as well. So,
Autoimmune system.
Autoimmune system as well. So, I'll give you guys the link to that as well.
For Exploring Mind and Body.
Yeah. So if you want to listen to some people are audio. So I was talking to someone the other day, and I was like, sometimes we ask questions for, like, we want to know where you guys are at or how we can help you, because we have all this information, and if we don't share them, then we, just kind of hidden.
Yeah.
So we asked if the people were listening to podcasts for whatever reason. Some people said yes, some people said no. So I went and had conversations with each one of them. And someone said, I'm not really a podcast person, I'm more of a visual person. And I said, well, did you know we have our own YouTube channel? They said, no, I didn't know that. So I said, well, here's the link in case you're interested. And they said, great, thanks so much. I didn't know you guys did this. And they just subscribed. So that was just something that we're unaware of. Like, sometimes we ask and people aren't sure, or some people don't know all the things that we have to share with you. Mm-hmm. What do we have going? Sorry, I didn't mean to post that. You talking to someone else, Jessica? Multitasking. So hopefully these tips help you guys learn some ideas on how to stay active and to stay active around your immune system and help keep them strong, because the season's here, and a lot of people are going to be dealing with weaker immune systems and struggling to stay healthy. So that was our main goal here.
And just remember those affirmations are important too, like to continually remind yourself that you are healthy, that you are strong, instead of the opposite.
That's right. And then we had all kinds of tips here as well with the teas that we have, like prevention teas,
green smoothies, superfoods, ginger, garlic, turmeric, detox baths, hydration, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. We didn't talk about supplements too much. Like, there's vitamin C pills, for example. If you're going to look at like vitamin C pills or like conventional supplements, like we look to food and natural types of sources, as you can tell. Just make sure it's a good quality if you're looking at vitamin C. But then there's things like oranges are always high on the list for vitamin C, but you could look at strawberries, kiwi, red peppers. Like, those are all have more vitamin C than oranges, for example. But there's tons of things you can do. As long as you're working on prevention, I think that you're doing a good thing for your body. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. There's a couple other things I wanted to share with you guys. We're excited to be doing another event coming up on November 14th. We're doing a healthy Christmas baking event. That's going to be in the evening from 7 to 9 p.m. here in Olds. And we're going to do healthy Christmas baking recipes that are free of refined sugar, dairy-free, gluten-free. And if you're around the Olds area or able to join us, we would really, really enjoy meeting you guys. Well, some of you meeting you in person for the first time, or some of you we haven't seen in a long time. So if you're able to make that, that's November 14th, 7 to 9. We really love the workshops and the events that we put on, because it allows us to see you guys in person and interact with you. It's one of our favorite things.
Yeah, it's so much fun because, we really enjoy, so we put videos up throughout the week that are all pre-recorded, but then we really enjoy the Facebook Live because we get a chance to actually talk with you and communicate with you live. And then the actual events take that up to the next level because we actually get to see you in person. So there's so much fun. And to be able to sit across from someone that we only know through social media or Facebook, like Facebook's, or it makes such a big difference.
And our workshops are so much fun, you guys, because we actually get in the kitchen. So we're in a home ec room, and we actually get in the kitchen and make the food ourselves. It's not like a sit and get kind of event or workshop. You're actually up and moving around and making things to take home. So you actually get to take some of the baking home. And we pre-make some recipes as well, so we have lots of samples to taste. And it's all around Christmas baking. So last year we did a protein ball, for example, that was peppermint chocolate for the holiday season. We made gingerbread cookies last year. Eggnog, like dairy-free eggnog we made last year. We made caramel popcorn last year that was no sugar, like no refined sugar. So this year we're going to be coming up with different recipes. And one of them is going to be a peanut butter ball dipped in chocolate.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
Yes. I told you that.
Got some secrets?
I told you that one. I said, Drew, this is going to be the new recipe for the event. So that recipe won't even be released until after the event. So at the event, you'll be the first ones to get that recipe. But we'll come up with some more recipes as well.
You can find a lot of those recipes on trueformlife.com. But we always try to, I suppose, it's exciting. Like I would say, reward people to get the recipe when if you come to our event. So there's always a brand new recipe that we haven't made yet. And it's always fun to be reveal it at that night. But a lot of our recipes are on trueformlife.com, so you can check those out.
We usually have a smoothie as well as at our event. So last year we did a chocolate peppermint smoothie for Christmas, but this year I've got something brewing with cranberries for a smoothie. We have a hot chocolate as well. That's really nice. Apple cider. So there's all kinds of different recipes that we'll be sharing with you so that you can have a healthy holiday. I think lots of times around the holiday, we use, it's the holidays, I'm going to splurge, and then after the holiday, I'm going to get back on it. But it's so much harder to get back on it when that's the case. So we really encourage healthy holiday habits.
Don't forget about Halloween, though. Halloween first.
Halloween first.
Halloween is very important.
It is to you, isn't it, Drew?
I like Halloween.
Drew loves Halloween.
I guess that we can save it. I was thinking about essential oils and peppermint in the smoothie I whipped up that one time.
Oh dear.
We'll tell you guys.
We'll tell you that. We have many stories.
We had Sue in here. We're just going to wrap things up, guys. Good morning, Suzanne.
Good morning, Suzanne.
Thanks for joining us. We're wrapping things up here. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Friday morning is our favorite day, just because we get a chance to come in here and talk with you. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the comments. It all really helps. Facebook seems to be more challenging every day to get our posts in front of people. So throughout the week, your likes, your comments, your shares, they all mean so much, because I was talking to a business owner the other day and they're like, you're really good on social media. You guys are all over. And then she was like, I don't think I'd have time for that, because she had a brick and mortar business, like a physical location. And I was like, well, we do this all the time, and it's like constant work and constant effort. Something that we like, but we always have to try new things. And your support means so much, because without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this. So thank you so much.
I just want to mention one more thing really quick, Drew.
What you got?
He's trying to wrap it up. But I wanted to let you guys know that we're teaching a class here in Olds at the CLC, a fitness class coming up Wednesday. It's starting November 7th. It'll be Wednesday and Fridays, 5:30 to 6:15. We're going to be working with TRXs, bands, balls, our focus is always on the full body movements, full body exercises, but we'll be incorporating some of those bands, balls, TRX into the workouts. Shauna's already registered for that one. Thanks, Shauna.
Yes.
We have a couple more people interested, but if you're looking for some motivation, or if you're looking for a group class, we have that going on starting November 7th up until mid-December.
Yep, that'll be fun. Tons of fun. They're going to team teach, probably.
Yeah, we'll team teach.
Yep.
I'm going to work out. Drew's going to teach.
Dorothy will be there for the entertainment. Thanks, Suzanne. We love you, too. Thank you so much for your shares, your support with CTP, Detoxify Yourself. You guys mean everything to us. Shauna says, oh, yeah, bands and balls. I'm registered.
Yes.
Yeah, looking forward to... Shauna's been in our monthly membership group for quite some time now, so we're looking forward to getting a chance to work out with you in person, so that'll be fun. If you guys want any details about how to register, I think today's the last day they're doing a 10% off.
They're doing a 10% off the registration fee. So we have the code if you need that. It's class promo or something, but we can give you a code for the 10% off. And we can help you get registered.
Yeah.
If you need some help.
All right, guys, have a fantastic Friday.
Friday.
Dorothy likes to call it.
Friday.
And have a great weekend as well. We're going to be here on social media posting as usual, so we hope to see you on Tuesday for Dorothy Cooking with Dorothy Live.
We're still doing our pumpkin series, so we have a few more pumpkin recipes to share with you.
That are amazing. So that's Tuesday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time.
That's right.
And then, yeah, that's it.
And we'll see you around on social media. Hopefully catch you on the next live video on Tuesday. Have a great weekend.
Adios.
I was waiting for Drew to I'm like, have a great weekend. And then waiting for Drew to say something. All right, guys. We'll catch you later.
See ya.
Bye.